Kia ora Rotorua, I'm Steve Comber. A warm welcome to your midweek bulletin here on City News. Stories ahead tonight. MP Steve Chadwick says Labor has the answers to fix the youth unemployment problem. Federation of Māori authorities to set up a new research institute. And parliamentarians hit the rugby fields at Kurau Park. Stay with us, those stories and more in detail tonight. Well, Rotorua Labour List MP Steve Chadwick says Rotorua and the rest of New Zealand is on the road to disaster if current pay gaps and rising unemployment continue. She says National was ignoring the middle and lower classes and that the government has doubled unemployment, widened the gap with Australia, given big fat tax cuts to the rich, and life has got a lot harder for the people of Rotorua. However, Steve Chadwick believes that Labour's youth unemployment strategy has the right policies to curb the rising youth unemployment rates.
We ought to be training our young people through so that when the recession lifts, they've got the skills to go out and get a job. That's the big one for us. We want our kids to stay in New Zealand and we don't want them to go overseas because it's the easy option and there's that wage gap of 30%. So we've got to lift wages, we've got to invest in smart tech, and Rotorua is perfectly poised for that. We've got Scion, we've now got a sustainability centre at the Polytech. We've just got to join the dots up here about investing in research and technology, smart tech, clean energy. We've got it all around us. We haven't even seen that that's our economic future.
Steve Chadwick says within 3 months of Labor taking office, the minimum wage would be raised to $15 and all youth would be in education or employment. The Te Arawa branch of the Federation of Māori Authorities is calling for the establishment of a Māori Research Institute to provide opportunities for Māori youth to get interested in science. It's hoped the institute would also promote research and provide solutions to Māori landowners and businesses. The Māori Research Institute intends to work closely with Crown Research Institutes, universities, schools, Māori trusts and incorporations, and relevant government departments and councils, as well as those supportive of the Clean and Green Aotearoa New Zealand initiatives. Chairman Malcolm Short says one of the most important tasks of the Institute is to promote the research and study of environmental sustainability. In other stories tonight, Rotorua's top tourist attractions are aiming to steal the show in downtown Auckland with the opening of No. 1 Queen Street tomorrow night. Destination Rotorua Marketing has secured a cafe at No. 1 Queen Street that local tourist operators hope can grab the public's attention over the next 7 months. Around 25,000 people pass by the high-profile spot between Britomart and the Cloud at Party Central each weekday. But during the Rugby World Cup, this figure will be at an all-time high. Destination Rotorua Marketing General Manager says a comprehensive 7-month-long campaign has been planned so Rotorua can showcase what it has to offer. He says they will target tourists seeking adventure, luxury spa treatments, family activities and a sophisticated food and beverage scene. We wish them the best of luck. No. 1 Queen Street officially opens tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And in sports news tonight, Kurau Park was a mass with local supporters as South Africa played New Zealand, Argentina played France, and Ireland played the Rotorua Barbarians in the Parliamentarian World Cup yesterday. MP Todd McClay's New Zealand team bet South Africa 13-7. Argentina and France drew 0-0, and Ireland were winners by default, as the Australian team they were due to play had to stay in Australia under the instruction of Prime Minister Julia Gillard. If the New Zealand team stay undefeated and win the next round in Auckland, they will be the victors of the Parliamentarian World Cup. And still with sport tonight, the great rugby ball drop is underway and there is still time to get your mini rugby balls. It is the Rotorua District Community Council Programs and Events Coordinator Kylie Lang who is saying the great rugby ball drop is on at the Family Day at the Village Green before the Fiji versus Namibia match on Saturday. She says the Great Rugby Ball Drop event is being sponsored by Volcanic Air Safaris and offers heaps of fun for the whole family.
Before the major part, which is 1,000 mini rugby balls dropped from a helicopter, which sounds pretty cool, and you can imagine what it will look like, but people need to purchase $2 for a mini rugby ball, and that puts them in a chance to win 3 prizes. The helicopter's going to come over Village Green, fly over and drop all these balls, and there'll be 3 rugby ball targets painted on the field. And if your ball lands on one of those targets, right smack in centre hopefully, you'll get the prizes.
Mini rugby balls for the event cost $2. They're available tomorrow night at the Rotorua Night Market, the Convention Centre, or on the day at the Village Green, with the great rugby ball drop getting underway at 9 o'clock. Well, to your weather, Rotorua, overnight tonight, weather will continue to be fine. Light winds, overnight low 3 degrees, so perhaps a cooler start for tomorrow, Thursday. But fine weather will continue tomorrow. Light winds, a high 14, a low 5. And through to the end of the week for Friday, light winds, fine weather. 15 is the high for Friday, down to a low of 5. And marine forecast, Lake Rotorua for Thursday, variable winds 5 knots. They will become northerly 10 for a time in the afternoon. Waves below half a metre. Chance of a bit of early morning fog about, that will burn off quite quickly, and fine weather will continue. If you did miss any of tonight's bulletin, don't forget you can watch it again. Log on to tvrotorua.co.nz. Click on the View Latest City News link, or to view what's on in our city, click on the upcoming events link. Stay with us. Still to come on tonight's show. After the break, we are back with the Hospice Shop. I popped down there for a chat with them the other day. We'll play that interview for you. We find out about the students' successes at the recent hairdressing competitions. And Kitty's in the studio talking to Dr. Nairi Phillips about the possibility of the toxins in traditional Te Arawa foods. That and more still to come tonight.